In this video, I want to show you guys a new non-acid wheel cleaner that I'm using, explain why I'm using it on this Aston Martin, and when I just do not use acidic wheel cleaners. What's going on? So glad you're here and welcome back to the Wilson Auto Detailing community. If you are new here and you love everything auto detailing like I do, then definitely consider subscribing. So I'm at a client's house right now. You guys can see this is a Sweet Cart, and so very nice. I'm using a non-acidic wheel cleaner by AM Details. You guys can see that here. It is, well, called acid-free wheel cleaner. Now, let me explain to you guys something. You guys in the Wilson Auto Detailing community know I love acid wheel cleaners. I use them 99% of the time. They are amazing. I'm actually experimenting with different non-acid wheel cleaners right now to try to figure out if I can replace the Meguiar's Wheel Brightener, just because it's kind of rough on your lungs, rough for your health. But in this situation, I am dealing with a very, very expensive car. This is a client that I've had for years. I'll show you guys around just a little bit because it is super sweet. Show you inside real fast. There you go. Done with the interior and just hitting the exterior right now. However, I have guys ask me all the time, do you use acid wheel cleaners? Do you use non-acid wheel cleaners? And the answer to that question is both, but in what cases would I not use a acid wheel cleaner? And the obvious answer is, well, when you're dealing with bare metal, because bare metal, it'll eat into the metal, it'll, damage it, yada, yada, yada. I've explained that before. The not so obvious answer is the risk management answer, and here's what I mean by that. I'm dealing with a car that, should something get messed up, I am not going to be able to fix it. It's too expensive. I mean, it's not worth the risk, right? So, is this wheel clear coated? Yes, it is. Would an acid wheel cleaner damage it? No, but why not just take a little bit of risk management and use something that I know is safe for all wheel types, including bare metal, and just not roll the dice. So let's go ahead and spray it on here. It's the first time I'm using it, and I kind of want to review it, see how it works as well. AM Details doesn't sponsor this channel. It's actually, this company kind of makes, I've talked about it a little bit, makes products that are a bit more geared towards the higher end vehicles, so it is definitely appropriate here. But let's go ahead and spray it on the wheel. So I'm going to start with the interior here and make sure I have it on the spray mode. Start with the inside of the wheel and give you guys a few notes as I'm using it just right now. I'll start with the face as well. So it smells super nice, kind of smells like oranges. It's not hard on your lungs at all. All right, I'm getting it on everything, the brake pad, the even overspray on the tire, stuff like that. Scrub with my Speedmaster brush. This is particularly sudsy. You guys will notice that with something like Meguiar's Wheel Brightener, there's not a ton of suds. Acidic wheel cleaners generally are not that way. They're not going to suds up, but they do end up leaving like a really nice, I guess, shine to the wheel is what I would call it. But this is probably an alkaline cleaner. That's kind of the only other option for a non-acidic wheel cleaner. So it's gonna suds up like, Dawn dish soap would or something like that. So now, oftentimes when you get done with the inner barrel, the solution will have dried on the face of the wheel, especially in Nashville, Tennessee, because it's really hot outside and I'm in the sun because I'm a mobile detailer. All you gotta do is spray a little bit more on the face of the wheel. It'll reactivate the cleaner. You're not gonna hurt anything, but I make sure that I get in all of these lug nuts, make sure I don't miss any of the corners. And with a car like this, it's so funny because so many guys, this is like their goal with detailing is to detail the $250,000 cars, the $600,000 cars. And while I do, of course, like it because it takes me, no time at all because it's already clean, because it's so well maintained, because this is a precious piece of machinery, at the same time, it does kind of pose a whole new challenge in that anything that you don't get is going to be shown, especially on the inside with like carpets. If you miss anything vacuuming, or on the wheels, if you miss brake dust, you're gonna see it because this is a kind of car that you inspect, including the customer. The customer is gonna inspect this car. And so again, while it does, seem easier, it certainly presents a different set of challenges as well. So I'm gonna wash this off with my pressure washer. All right, then very simply, I'm just gonna kind of dab the water off. I'm not gonna be super detailed with this, but again, because they're black, when this dries, it will leave water spots. Now, when it does leave water spots, after I dry it very simply like this, those water spots will be super easy to take off with just like some wax. So if I were not to dry it this way, there would be some harder spots on there to get off. So basically what I'm doing is just making it easier for when the time comes and I come to wax the wheel, this does not present a problem for me. I don't have to take the water spots off. So, a couple quick notes. Let me bring you guys in here to show you what I'm looking at. All right, so all the brake dust is gone. Now, of course, there wasn't a ton of brake dust in the first place, but that's not really the point, right? Because, again, if there was a ton of brake dust, you're probably not dealing with a car like this. You're probably dealing with a more daily driver, but it looks fantastic, super easy to use, gets everything, including the brake pad, any metals around here, and inside here, you guys can't tell because I'm wearing gloves, but there's certainly no dirt left in there as well. And that looks really, really good. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is hit the rest of the wheels, bring you guys in after, and just tell you a couple more things that I love about this cleaner and why I just am skeptical at times of acidic cleaners. Okay, so they're all done. So here's the back driver's side. I'll show you guys one by one. Looks great. Here's the driver's side itself. All right. Here is the passenger side wheel. And here is the back passenger side wheel there. All of them look fantastic. So really, here's my point, is having a non-acid wheel cleaner on hand is kind of a non-negotiable, if you ask me, because this is from years of experience of detailing cars. If you are unsure about something, just play it safe. Don't do like I did and just do it anyways and then have to pay the consequences, okay? Below in the description box, I'm gonna hook up several different links to other wheel cleaners, because while this performs fantastically, I've used almost the entire bottle. So it's a great cleaner, but for a pro like me who's going through cleaner like crazy, it's just not feasible. It really doesn't make sense. But on another note, for you guys who are like, Luke, I'm not even getting clients like this who drive Aston Martins or even, you know, something like the, you know, BMW back here. Obviously the goal is, how do I get clientele that have cars that actually require things like this? And this is another area where I would say the software system that I use, House Call Pro, where you can actually download the app, have all of your customers on retainer, have all your schedule down, invoice people through it. This client has been with me for years, and so while I have all of his information, I download it into my software system in House Call Pro, and I can have a regular text or regular email to keep up with him so that the burden is not on him to have me keep coming back, and I can keep maintaining his car. So if you guys are interested in that software system, I will hook that link up below. But again, that's what I use in my pro detailing world, so that I have to have products like this because I'm seeing these nicer vehicles. So if you guys are interested in picking up any of these products, definitely check out the list below. I think it will definitely be of value to you so that you don't have to test and do trial and error with products. You can just get a list of actually what works, and maybe you just get whatever price works best for you for where you're at right now, whether you're a car enthusiast or a pro detailer. But other than that, if you're new to the Wilson Auto Detailing community and you love everything auto detailing, I would be very grateful if you considered subscribing. And as always, from Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, keep working hard, and I'll see you guys in the next video.